everybody. This is Derek Nelson, PolarisFinancialNetwork.com. I am also the author of a book called The Financial Foundation System, and I will drop a link in the comments if you choose to order the book. You can either download it for free, or you can order it on Amazon, and it's listed for $12.95. But I'm telling you right now, this book will absolutely save you tens of thousands of dollars over the course of your life. But what I want to talk about is Suze Orman. Now, I don't like to drop names, but this blows my mind. Suze Orman, just a few days ago, came out and said, you have to be crazy to put your money in this investment. Now, what is she talking about? Let me clarify it. It's not necessarily an investment, but what she meant was an investment vehicle. And the investment vehicles, if you read the article, it's on Market Watch, on CNBC. You can read it for yourself. What she's discussing is you have to be crazy to put your money in a traditional 401k or an IRA or anything that has the same quote-unquote tax benefits today. And she gets into the reasons why and why she feels that a Roth is a much better alternative. I can agree with her on that. A Roth is a better alternative than a traditional. Now, here's why she's saying that. Basically, today, as we speak, taxes have been historically low. They're as low as they're ever going to be. You know, the government, they're posting stimulus money for this COVID-19 to help people stay on their feet. They're printing money like never before. The national debt has just crossed $26 trillion. We have massive amounts of debt we're paying interest on, you know, between healthcare and Medicare and Social Security and pensions. The government is spending a lot more than they're taking in, and we have record number of people that are turning 65. So Suze's point was, won't taxes be higher down the road? So why would you want to defer them to pay later? And this is something I've been preaching for a few years, and I work with my clients diligently on this because why, if you're in a 10, you know, overall, you know, I'm assuming federal, state, and you know, whatever deductions you might be getting, you might be paying 10 to 15% in taxes, you know, both federal, local, and what have you. But 10, 15, 20 years from now, maybe even sooner than that, that 10 to 15% might be 25 to 30%. So why would you defer paying them? So basically, you're taking a tax credit. So if I had, if I made $50,000 and I put 10% into a 401k, that's $5,000, right? Okay, I'm gonna save. Let's say I'm at a 10% tax break, just for argument's sake. So I'm gonna save $500 in taxes. But now, if I multiply that down the road, and now I got to pay 20% in taxes on the same $50,000 that I'm taking as a distribution. Because here's the thing, with a 401k or an IRA, when you have these retirement accounts, when it comes taking time to take income, which the government will force your hand, even if you didn't need it, at some point you have to. Okay, but let's say you've built up a nice nest egg and now you have to take income. Well, now that same $50,000, right? That same $50,000 that you take every year, imagine that costing you $10,000 a year. Imagine it costs, because you're now in a 20% tax bracket. Even though you might be earning a little bit less income, because everybody thinks that. They're like, well, when I retire, I won't need as much to live on. But you're not taking into account a few things. Inflation, prices go up, taxes go up. So you're going to need more net dollars. And the problem with having a traditional IRA and a traditional 401k is that taxes are going to erode your wealth. Now, she is presenting the Roth accounts, which, hey, listen, it's a great alternative. I don't particularly like them. I like them in certain aspects, but here's the issue that I have with them. When you have Roth accounts, yeah, you never have to pay taxes again, but your money is still being regulated by the government, right? There are penalties, there are fees, what have you. You have to hold it for a certain amount of time, so it's still a regulated account. And if the government knows it's an asset that you have, you know how the IRS and the federal government works. They change the rules whenever they want. So who's to say that ultimately these accounts won't have some sort of a distribution tax, just to add on top. The other thing is you have market risk. Market risk is, to me, there's three big risks. One's tax risk, which is the biggest killer of wealth, especially what we're looking at now. Okay, many people like my age, I'm 45 years old. When I get to 65, 70, I might make the same income and be in a tax bracket that's 4 times more. That is a killer. The other thing's inflation, which, there's not much we could do about that. They can manipulate all they want, but that does reduce your buying power over time. And that's why keeping money in a savings account earning well less than 1% is actually costing you money, because you're losing buying power to inflation. And the other risk is market risk. So it's like you work diligent through your whole life. You go through these roller coasters of the stock market. Stock market's doing good. You're about to retire, and then boom, a recession hits and you lose 30%. How does that affect your ability to retire? How does that affect your ability to have the lifestyle that you thought you might have in retirement? So there's option C. So option A would be a traditional 401k, an IRA, which, hey, listen, the almighty Suze Orman has just, no, do not do that. Option B would be a Roth account. But again, there are restrictions, there's penalties, and there's also income restrictions, and, we can have a conversation about that. And then, option C would be something like a properly structured cash value life insurance policy. That also, that has to be designed correctly. Otherwise, you could potentially run into problems with that. But a properly designed cash value life insurance policy is going to do a few things for you. One, it's going to give you guaranteed growth. Okay, it is a long-term play. So believe it or not, for the first decade, it doesn't look all that attractive. But here's the thing: you always have access to your money. So in year 10, like I may have put in, let's say $60,000, and I only have $48,000 available. But if I needed a new car, I can borrow $30,000 against my policy and self-finance a car. This is a whole nother conversation. And you might want to check out my video, which I'll also drop in the comments, about 3 ways to purchase your next automobile. And the point is that the money's always earning. So even though I borrowed the money, so I had 48, I borrowed 30, so technically there's 18,000, but I will actually earn interest and dividends on the entire 48,000 as if I never touched it. So that's the beauty of it. And you don't have to worry about market losses. You don't have to worry about the government changing the rules. It's tax-free. It's tax-exempt, which means in retirement, it'll never affect the taxation of Social Security or other potential income you may have in retirement. Of course, I'm assuming Social Security will even be an option by then. But point is, pay your taxes now. They're historically low. Get it out of the way. This way, when you get down the road and you're in retirement and you want to relax and you have cash flow coming in, you don't have to pay any taxes on them. Hope that helps. Have a great day. Hey, if you found value in today's video, please make sure you subscribe to the Polaris Financial Network channel on YouTube. And you can also connect with us on social media, Instagram and Facebook, both at Polaris Financial Network. And you can download your free copy of our ebook at financialfoundationsystem.com. Be blessed. Have a great one.